Time now for What Are the Odds, as we're rejoined by Mark Malusis. And surprisingly enough, Moose, the Knicks are 1.5-point favorites on Wednesday. So do you expect the Knicks to win Game 5 at the Garden and bring this series back to Atlanta?
Yeah, expect is a little bit too strong. I'll put it to this way. Whatever they have, Eamon, they're going to give it to you in Game 5. Could the Garden crowd help elevate them a little bit? I mean, Julius Randle has had an atrocious series. It's really been the Derrick Rose show for the Knicks offensively. R.J. Barrett has struggled. They've struggled defensively as well, being able to slow down the three-point shooters, the penetration of Trae Young. So I honestly think Nate McMillan has outcoached Tom Thibodeau in this series. So it's really been a bad 4 games for the Knicks as they're down 3-1. So I don't know if I expected. I would not be surprised. I'll put it to you that way. I mean, I'd be stunned if the Knicks are able to make this a 7-game series or come back from 3-1 down. I just can't see that happen. I think the Hawks are just a better basketball team and they're playing better. But could I see the Knicks lengthening this series out and forcing a Game 6, heading back on the road to Atlanta? I could see that.
I mean, to your point, Tibbs has to make some adjustments here to do that. All right, so many times we have debated whether or not Julius Randle was worth a max extension over this season. Has this playoff series changed your mind on that?
You know, it's amazing, Eamon. It's going to bring it back into the course of the conversation. As much as he was a conquering hero during the course of the regular season, as big time as he has struggled here, where, I'm getting texts from buddies of mine that are huge Knicks fans saying I would never pay Julius Randle. Look at how he's struggling here in the postseason. He's not a primetime player. Well, I will say this. I mean, he carried this organization on his back. I can understand now you're looking at it and saying, well, there are limitations to his game. And obviously, we didn't see a lot of those limitations during the course of the regular season. The Knicks were always maintaining that effort level at, 95 or 100% or 110%. When you see the intensity from these other teams and a healthier Hawk team, as the Knicks have seen here, you've seen a downturn in Julius Randle. Maybe it's his inexperience going through this for the first time. I still think he's a foundation piece for this team, but I also think there's another level of player that the Knicks have to add to this group that's better than Julius Randle.
There is no denying that, but certainly it is a dilemma, Moose, because you can't just let him walk, because this is the guy who really carried this team back into the playoffs after such a long drought.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, listen, I wouldn't let him walk. I think he's going to stick around. I think for everything he accomplished during the regular season, Eastern Conference All-Star, most improved player in the NBA, I think all of that. I don't think all of that goes away over a bad playoff series against the Atlanta Hawks, but he has been really bad. I mean, let's be honest here. He has not been particularly good. There have been times that the Knicks have been better on the court against the Atlanta Hawks when he has not been on the court. So that's been a problem. I'm not going to do away with everything he did in the regular season, I think that's fair, and I think he's going to be here. I don't think Julius Randle is going anywhere, but I think for some, it's going to look at this series as kind of an eye-opener looking at him as a player.